Hello my darlings, let's do some empties. I do love to prefix these videos with I do love a good beauty haul. Some of my favorite videos to watch. In fact, I've got a few to catch up on in saying that. But I prefer to do empties on my channel. Why? Because beauty hauls are more of a show and tell, while beauty empties are a show, tell, and know. Because IJ is always yapping about her love of independent British brands, let's start there. I've got two empty tubs from Akoma Skincare, Shea butter and mango butter. Mango butter is my favorite. Shea is just a staple because we know how potent Shea is. I make my own hair butters and my own body butters. Fantastic brand. I think they're closing down. From the last time I was online and saw their page, they kept talking about closing down. So I made a huge order. I've got enough to last me at least 18 months. I don't know if they've already officially closed down, but I'll make sure to link that information down in the description box. I then have two deodorants from Salt of the Earth. You can find this brand at Hollands Barretts. They're a natural deodorant brand. I have Clary Sage and Mint. I prefer the roll-ons over the sprays. I don't know why. I don't assume that the formulas are different, but I feel like I remain fresher with the roll-on over these. I wouldn't be repurchasing these, but I definitely recommend the roll-ons. I really like the roll-ons. They do the job. I then have a toner from Therapy Honey Skincare, the Rose Otto Nourishing Toner.
Fabulous.
This is a brand that I am due to do a brand overview, and these are just floral waters, but I don't know how they have done it. Okay, I do. They have probably found the best quality they can possibly find, because they perform just like a toner. Very, not too astringent, but astringent enough and very hydrating. Every time I have these toners in my routine, I know they're in my routine. They pack a punch. I've tried all of them. I can't wait to talk more about this brand, but yes. I then have an oldie, a goodie, a staple. This is the Steel Bath and Body Oil from Belano's Skin Botanic. Absolutely love. When I met these bath oils, I fell in love. I'm always with a bottle, and just fantastic stuff. Just especially this one, I particularly love still for my bedtime routines because of the lavender. I go to bed smelling like a baby and so comforted. Feels amazing on the skin. Love to use this after a shower, in my shower. Just so good. Another OG. I don't know if I ever do an empties without these. This is the Purifying Face Toner from Nankin. Love. There's nothing much I can say about that. That is a product I am constantly repurchasing. I buy it in state, I buy it in backups. I just love. Review will be linked down below. Let's move to Superdrug. 2 bottles of the Tranxemic acid boosters. I've been really enjoying this. In fact, I'm using one currently and I have one in my backup cupboard. They do the job. I use this ingredient with vitamin C. That's when I find that I get the best results with hyperpigmentation. Not that I have a lot, I always stress this. But this is a hero ingredient for me, not necessarily the brand. I'm not particularly loyal to this. There is another product that I use with Tranxemic and I love that one as well. I just wanted to try something new. Obviously, I have liked them enough to be on bottle number 3 and a backup. I've missed something that should have been with the independent brands. This is the Propolis Biome Restore Facial Oil from Therapy. Stunning. I feel like I need to talk more about this when I do my overview video. This is not a cheap product. It needs a lot of context. I need to talk a lot more about this product, but I have repurchased it, particularly for my practice, for my clients, for winter, especially winter skin. We'll talk more about that. Back to Superdrug, I have a Hydrating Night Serum from the Simply Pure range. This is something that is an OG for me. It is one of the most exceptional moisturizers I have ever met for the price and the texture. it calls itself a serum, but I treat it like a moisturizer. It is just so fantastic like that. Everybody would be very happy with this. What I usually do is add a few drops of oil or a balm into it to make it a little bit nourishing. But a staple, something I'm constantly repurchasing, and also I feel like they have reformulated this just a little bit. Nothing too crazy because it still feels the same. I've just actually finished another bottle, which you'll see in my next empties. But yeah, something I'm always repurchasing and I definitely recommend. Another OG, but something that I unfortunately might just be letting go of because Superdrug has increased the price of this baby. It's rude. Don't do that, Superdrug. Don't do that. This does not need to be more than £3.50. Let's keep it for real. Superdrug is being disrespectful. Juicy Skin in a bottle. I do love this thing. I just don't like the price. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I'm currently playing with other mists and trying to find something to substitute. Something that I liked and I have repurchased. I'm about to even finish the second bottle. This is the Naturally Radiant Gentle PHA Toner. I have done a review video on this line in Superdrug. I'll link it down below. I particularly like to use this in my body routine. Yes, underneath my body, underneath my moisturizer, kind of like a body serum, kind of like a body hydrator, and I love the results. It's not as sticky as the glycolic acid and I still get that chemical exfoliation on my body. I definitely recommend. Let's move to randoms. Let's start with French Pharmacy. Evian facial mist. I'm not brand loyal. Water in a can is water in a can. This was the most affordable during the French Pharmacy skincare sale on Essential, so that's what I got. I then have a bottle of Eucerin Urea Repair. Eucerin 10% Urea Intensive Moisturizing Lotion. This is almost like medicated skincare. This is potent stuff. I bought this last winter because I was really struggling with the transition from summer to winter with my body skin, and my skin was so dry. I was almost in pain, like it felt like my skin was cracking, and there was nothing I was not using. So I grabbed this. I knew French Pharmacy would have something for me, and in fact, in saying that, I had tried a sample of this cream and I really liked it, and that's what made me remember. Anyway, here we are. Love. Winter starts. This has to be in my routine. As I said, just like medicated skincare, I didn't feel like I used this like for a week consistently, 10 days, and then I felt like I didn't need to use it every day. So what I was doing, like maybe using it twice a week, just to make sure that my skin stays soft and supple. This really good. If you have super dry body skin, I definitely recommend this. Could you use this on the face? I don't see why not, but it is a very rich and heavy cream, so you'd have to have very dry skin to be able to get away with this on your facial skin. But something I definitely recommend. Absolutely loved that. A nail polish remover from Boots. It was okay, did the job. I was desperate. I just grabbed it. I usually buy my nail polish removers from Savers, but I was desperate to grab that and it did the job. I then have a foot pack from Derma V10. This one is in the one honey and almond deep moisturizing foot pack. I love these foot packs, particularly from this brand Derma V10. They do the job. I like to use these maybe every 2 to 3 months. I will pop them on and keep them on for the whole day with socks on, and my feet remain so soft for about 10 days, 2 weeks. Like, it really packs a punch. So it's not something I use every day, but I always purchase those. In saying that, I should pop on a pair because summer is here and my toes need to be out. Something that surprised me and has no business surprising me, but I get it. Those who use this serum, I get it. I get why you like it. This is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. This is an OG, a classic, So many people love this serum, and I absolutely understand why. This was a gift with a gift set during Christmas time. Somebody gifted this to me. This is not something I would have bought. I believe this serum is 90 quid. I know, but I found it to be quite supportive. If someone wants to buy me this as a gift, I would not be mad. I would really not be mad. Something else from Boots that I randomly always grab. I feel like I use one once a year. This is the Witch Hazel gel. Witch Hazel is a really supportive ingredient towards pore care, and that's my skin issue. My pores can get quite congested. So once in a while I like to grab this, throw it in my routine, use it in my serum step, and makes a girl happy. A pack of one of my favorite cotton pads. I am a cotton pad girly. I love a luxurious pad. These are from Muji. I believe they're called the unbleached cotton pads. Absolutely love. I buy them in bulk. They do the job. Let's round up with K-Beauty and jumping into even another empty of a cotton pad. As I said, I like cotton pads. These were my fault. They were not bad. I just didn't understand what I was buying, obviously. These are the Pukang Yule, a third cotton pad. They are classic K-Beauty cotton pads, super thin. So I had to use like 3 cotton pads to do my toner stage. They're those things you're supposed to soak in product and put on your skin. That's not how I use cotton pads. So that was a mistake on my part. Those were used up very quickly and begrudgingly. I then have a toner, 10-0 Vita C toner. It was okay. When it comes to toners, I don't like to look for my powerhouse ingredients from them. A vitamin C toner doesn't quite make beauty coin sense to me. Get you a serum. This was okay, a little bit forgettable. I know I'm not going to be repurchasing that, and it's not even something I would recommend. I then have the Farm Stay Vegan Kombucha Creamy Essence. Not bad. It was okay. It was one of those dual phase products that you had to shake up to use. It was okay. Didn't change my life, and I realized last year during my K-Beauty series that prebiotics in skincare doesn't really do much for me. It doesn't stand out in my skincare. So it wasn't bad. In fact, it was a little bit better than the 10-0 toner. I wouldn't be repurchasing that, but it's not bad. I would recommend it if you want to try it, but nothing special to me. Something I definitely recommend, definitely love, constantly repurchasing. This is the Lyons Ceramide Otto Concentrate Cream. Absolutely love. I'm not quite sure about the sequence of my videos because I have done a full review of this. I will make sure to link that down below. Hopefully that video will come up before this. Very supportive, a little bit goes a long way. Stunning texture, chock full of ceramides. What more could we want from a moisturizer? Next up was a gifted purchase. This is not something I would have bought, and I'm not the target audience, so I don't have much good things to say about this. This is the Centella Calming Gel Cream. It was okay, fell flat for me. I don't feel like it was tempering my oils or even keeping my pore care up, you know, even just elevating my pore care. That's what I mean to say. Didn't change my life, but yet again, quite a few people absolutely love this product. So maybe it's just a me thing. I really like this. I wish it was a bigger size. I would have repurchased it if it was a bigger size. This is the Madecasside Moisture Gel Cream from Apu. Very supportive, felt stunning on the skin, beautiful texture, great ingredients. I just want it to be bigger for the price. I definitely recommend it though, especially if you lean more on the oilier side and you don't like thick moisturizers. This is beautiful. It's like a whipped gel consistency. Really nice. Something I have repurchased and I think I love. I see myself repurchasing it until I need to try something new. And when it comes to micellar water, I don't need to try something new. I just need something great and functional. This is the Siam White Tea Cleansing Water. Refreshes my skin in the morning. That's the time I usually use micellar waters. Feels super hydrating on the skin. What more could I say? It feels good. I like it. I like the size. I like the price. Does the job. I will say I don't know anything about it removing makeup because I don't use micellar water to remove makeup, so that's that. Last but certainly not least, we are ending with a honey sugar food mask from Skin Food. This was featured in my masking series, I believe. No, not for me, and I also don't recommend it. The sugar granules were quite large. The thing that made me buy this was the honey, because honey is an ingredient that stands out in my skin. I was waiting for something to be really hydrating and plumping to the skin so I could use this in my morning masking routines. This didn't do anything for me, so that's that. I will make sure to link the video down below of my masking series. You will see a full review of this on there. And that's that, my darlings. I am very happy to be back filming, and I really like how this space looks. Excited. As per usual, I'll be a good girl and make sure to link everything I have talked about in this video down in the description box. And I want to thank you so much for being here. My name is Ijeoma, and I'll see you soon.